A stunning discovery of around 1,500 major artworks stolen during the Nazi era has been made in an anonymous apartment in Munich. But what kept the Picassos and Matisses hidden for so long? Joining me now to discuss this amazing story is Anne Weber, the founder and co-chair of the Commission for Looted Art in Europe. And what do we know about how this art was found?
It was found in the possession of a man called Cornelius Gurlitt, who is an 80-year-old man, the son of one of the famous Nazi art dealers who worked very closely with the leading Nazis, Hitler, Goering, and so on. And he was dealing in looted art, acquiring it, selling it, trading it throughout the 1930s and 1940s. At the end of the war, he was investigated, and he said he didn't have anything. He hadn't collected anything himself, and although there were rumors that he had a truckload of art, well, it seems that he may have had actually a trainload of art.
Wow.
from the amount of paintings that have been found.
And how do we know? What do we know about how this art went missing in the first place back in the 1930s?
Well, the Nazis were very good at stealing art. I mean, they used all kinds of methods to confiscate it, seize it, take it from people in all kinds of ways. They had special agencies who dealt with stealing artworks, as well as they just used financial measures or the Gestapo. There were a large array of ways in which to take it, but they were very dedicated to that task. It wasn't a part of a side issue. It was very much a major focus of their efforts.
And 1,500 artworks, just put that in context for us a little bit. How much of a major discovery is this, potentially?
It's a very important discovery. I mean, it indicates, it's really, there's so much art that is missing, and there are so many works of art that are actually in Bavaria, both in the museums and in private collections, that have not been disclosed. And the size of this indicates to you how much art was left in the hands of Nazi art dealers at the end of the war, and what else there has been and may well still be there. We know that the museums, for example, in one of them, the major museum in Munich, acquired up to 7,000 looted artworks between 1933 and 1945, and despite a commitment 13 years ago to publish those and return them, not one has been published.
Wow. And Anne, as you say, this is a major discovery. How much art could there still be out there that we still don't know about?
Well, we know that there are, for example, in German museums, as the German culture minister has said, thousands and thousands of looted paintings in German museums which have not yet been returned to their rightful owners. We know from our own work at the Commission that some 90% of the works that we are looking for have not yet been found, and that is several thousands of paintings. And we know that that is true for other people working in this field, that up 90% of these works are still missing. So there are many, many thousands of works still to be found.
So there could be more apartments out there with pretty good art collections. Anne Weber, thanks very much for joining us and explaining this story.